Hello gang, we're back with another video. It's Dlaminis, and today we're going to be talking about our experience post childbirth. So Amira is here, our little one. We love her so much, so we just want to talk about how it has been from the time she was born up until this point. This postpartum as well. She's going to talk about, you know, those maternity terms. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. As usual, please do subscribe, please do like, comment, share experiences with us. As mentioned on the other videos, we do go through the comments, so we look at all of them. So it's fun to also see that there are other people who relate to us and our experiences. So please do, guys, do the needful. And yeah,
click, click.
Okay.
Just click.
Yeah,
subscribe.
So I don't know, where do we start? Okay, so I'm gonna start with mine. She's probably gonna do most of the talking. So to the question, how has your experience been so far after childbirth? I'd say it has been a beautiful experience. There's a mini me now in the house who screams, it makes a lot of noise, cries, you know, and yeah. And most importantly, she looks like me, not like mommy. So yeah, so for me, the experience has, for the most part, been beautiful, man. I can't really complain much. I do look after the little one, but not as much as, obviously, the mother. So that's why I'm saying she's probably going to have a lot to say. But yeah, man, it's a lot of adjusting from my end. And yeah, I'm just going to say the things that I've seen so far, the experiences that I've gone through, and I'm gonna try and list maybe 4 or 5 of them. So, but in general, at a high level, the experience has been beautiful for me. So
I can talk back now. On my side, obviously we were waiting for this. We're waiting to see the little one, and we're so excited. If you've seen our video, our pregnancy journey, I mean, you saw our reaction. We're so excited, and then finally we came back home, and guess what? Hubby did welcome baby Amira, and that was so nice. Obviously, I wasn't happy with the fact that we can't really do anything on the walls because the property manager said no decorations, and our big space got delayed. So I thought we were gonna have a nice room for her, decorate it, write her name, and all those things. However, we worked with what we had. And I was so happy, and we came back to welcome baby Amira. Hubby was cooking for us that first week, and we were enjoying being in bed and focusing on the baby. And then thank God we went home to stay with our in-laws so they can show me how it's done, and you know, about this motherhood thing, because hey guys, ziyakhala. So what I can say, motherhood is amazing, guys. It's a blessing, and it has its own ups and downs, they say, no?
yeah.
Yeah, and also sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's exhausting, but at the end of the day, we just say it's the journey. Actually, it's part of the journey. It's amazing. So I've went through exciting stuff and tiring stuff and all those things. Obviously, first week it was difficult with breastfeeding. I chose the breastfeeding journey, so I felt like I didn't have enough milk. So my sisters-in-law, they told me what to do. They like, get a breast pump, girl, keep on pumping. And I was like, no, let's go and buy formula, baby. They don't see us. And then, you know, and remember, we really wanted to breastfeed, but thank God the breast pump worked. I had a whole lot of milk with the food that I was eating and the tea. So yes, that journey was obviously interesting. And then my sleeping pattern has changed now. Amira used to wake up a lot at night. She wake up maybe every 2 hours, no? And then at night, during the day, she was sleeping like nothing happened at night. And they will tell you to sleep when the baby sleeps. But to be honest, that rule doesn't really work. It's just that people love advising, you know. Because you can automatically switch to sleep when the baby is sleeping. So, but they will say sleep when the baby sleeps, but you know. So it's been amazing. We enjoyed the journey. I was staying at home with my in-laws, and they were taking care of the baby when I sleep. They will take the baby. My mother-in-law, she's so loving. Oh, I love you, Mama. She'll take the baby and I will sleep. She'll tell me to rest, focus on healing the stitches, and that part was interesting. And we had to come back home so baby can also enjoy the journey, since really it's our first time having a baby, so we all need to go through this.
So this is the first and second week, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the second week you're just adjusting and also dealing with the pain. So it's kind of exciting to see the baby. You know, you're checking whether she's still alive, you know, when she's sleeping. And we, at the same time, you are in pain, you know. So it's like there's a lot of things going on. You're still trying to get used to the fact that you don't have someone in the building, someone is here, how cute they are. And the fact that they just cry and then you give them a breast and, you know, you can't, I mean, they can't do anything. They can't move, you know. It's like, you know.
Very helpless, yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see them, you know. It's like, it's nice. Yeah. And yeah.
Okay, so I guess she just reminded me on something here. So adjusting to the new experience obviously has not been easy, to be honest. One of the things that has not been easy is the sleepless nights. So I love my sleep, so I'll work during the day, work hard. At night I want to sleep and wake up the next day, 6 o'clock or whatever. Now with the little one, she had her own clock, she had her own patterns. So now you have to adjust to her times. So for me, that was the most difficult, because I'll push during the day and at night I'm tired. I can't wake up, like my head is like heavy. The next thing, you have to wake up. And you have to look after someone, or she has to wake up. And when she wakes up, you're awake as well. No matter how tired you are, drowsy and sleepy you are. So for me, that has been the biggest adjustment that I've had to do in my life. It's not very easy, but shout out to her mom. They always wake each other up. And sometimes I'm just gone. I don't even hear her. And she'll wake up, she'll breastfeed her. Even now, she's grown now. Her sleeping patterns have changed. When she was young, I think she would sleep like 2-3 hours and then wake up consistently. So if she slept at 10 p.m. at night, she's going to wake up around 1 a.m. Then she's going to wake up again at 3 and then again at 5, stay for like an hour. And then, so it was like that, you know. But now at least she sleeps longer. I think 3 to 4 hours. But she wakes up as well, even now. So, but now I'm used to it a bit, even though she still does most of the waking up. But yeah, it's better now. I used to help her as well. I think I'll sleep the first session, which is like 11 at night, up until maybe 3 or so. Then from 3 until 5, 6, then she'll get a break and sleep. So not consistently, so I mean, we have our faults, but it's how I would help, you know. So for me, the sleepless nights were the biggest adjustments, you know.
Yeah, because my husband loves his sleeps, guys. He loves his sleeps, but he's been playing a big role when it's come to the sleeping part. So obviously it changes with months. First month, she was not really sleeping a lot at night. Then second month, she was now getting better. Third month, she was sleeping. Sometimes I wake up like, today the baby didn't wake up. It's like, oh no, sorry, madam. The baby did wake up. I just took over, you know. So we obviously had shifts. The first shift was mine, but sometimes you'll be awake. The second shift, it was his. And you know, guys, the way I was so tired, I was just pulled the blanket like as if I'm not a mother. I was like, oh my God. Mothers understand this part, you know.
It's exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. Babies are cute and all, but it's very exhausting waking up at night. It's not easy.
Yeah, but
sorry, yeah.
But now I think we are now fine. We are now used to it.
Used to it. Yeah, after a couple of months now, yeah.
Yeah. So with the babies, you guys know that they actually come with their own time. So you need to adjust and work with their own schedule. Like, it's no longer about I want to wake up at 8 and do this and do that. It's about what time the baby's going to wake up, and I plan around her waking time and her sleeping time. So that experience has been difficult, but I've found a way to work on it, to say, you know what, my baby's sleeping at this time, and when she's asleep, especially when I'm back in Joburg and it's me and my husband, what I'm going to wake up and make breakfast, try to rest, take a shower. Even a shower, it's no longer the same, you know. Those times you go to the shower and you like enjoying your time. It smells nice.
Excuse, yeah.
You're enjoying your time, singing along. Now you're at the shower. When you switch on the water, you're like, oh, the baby is crying. Oh, the baby is like you constantly hearing the sound, or even though she's not crying, you know. And also, what's happening as well, I've learned that around 3 weeks, 9 weeks, 12 weeks, and 15 weeks, the doctor told us that the baby's gonna cry more and she's gonna need more feeding, you know. So, and that has been happening. Around 3 weeks, she used to cry a lot. She used to want to be fed a lot. I think there's something called colic. So, but the doctor told me, like, there's nothing that we need to give a baby, just breastfeed the baby. And we didn't give the baby anything. I know people who say give the baby grape water and wara, you name all those things. So the pediatrician said strictly that you're not giving the baby anything, just breastfeed the baby. So just be breastfeeding, and I started making her to watch cartoons early. And my husband would say it's not good, but you know what, when she was hearing sound, I think she got used to it and she will adjust. So wake up and come sit on the couch and start listening to the wheels on the bus.
Coco Molly, the mommies know. I hear the songs a lot. Even Baby Shark.
Yes, yeah, you know. So I'll play those and then she'll sleep. Baby will take the baby and they start just going around the house, and that will help her to sleep, you know. So, and I also pump for him so they can spend time together. So I think those weeks were actually more tiring a lot, especially during the day, because sometimes you won't sleep and you have to feed a lot. I think around 6 weeks and 12 weeks there. So we like stay the whole day where I'm just breastfeeding her and she sleep only on me. I think she was still too attached because apparently the baby she's still used to the tummy. Remember in the tummy, you know. Yeah. So when you put her down, she wants you to put her on your chest, and then that's where she can sleep better. So yeah, I think those weeks were like, challenging a lot. Sometimes I will get tired as well, especially when they cry a lot. The colic week, it's more challenging. I think mothers understand. Sometimes I'll tell baby, can I please just cry, because it's so overwhelming, you know. I love my baby, but I think it's a lot. Especially when you're breastfeeding, it takes a lot from you. It is nice, you know, when you breastfeed and she just look up and, you know, now she even smiles, you know. But if you're doing it the whole day, it's too much. Though they will sleep in between and all those things, but yeah.
Yeah, so doing it the whole day, you know, she was on maternity leave for the most part. So I'd have to work, so she'd have to look after the baby during the day. So I mean, 24 hours a day, no break, it's not easy. So I know for a fact, when she's gone and I have to take care of the baby, just 1 hour is enough for me to want to pull my hair out, you know. So you can imagine how much she goes through. But yeah, again, talking about the experience, the other thing I want to mention is the nappy change and the feeding. So I've never really changed nappies up until her. I used to look after my nephew, Bosin Pio and Avontos, you know, Kuku. But I don't think I've changed their nappies. So my mom normally did that. So those are my sister's children. And then with her, I've learned to change nappies any. So number 1, number 2. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. So to the daddies out there, I mean, with your own baby, it's different. Some say you don't even hear the smell or smell the smell or feel the smell, whatever the word is, but you don't the smell. Yeah,
you just smell the smell.
Yeah, I don't smell the smell. So it's better, and it's a bonding time for you and the baby, because as you're changing her, you're talking to her, you're singing to her, you're pulling all those crazy faces. It's the same as feeding her, you know, when I'm giving the bottle, because I don't have, you know, the milk as the mother. So I'll give her the milk that she pumped, as she said, and then you'll bond with the baby. Look at her as you give her the milk, and she's just sucking the milk there. So it's a beautiful experience for me. So how has it been? I'd say definitely beautiful so far, besides the sleepless nights. So feeding had a lot of challenges as well, because the intake would change. So I think that's what you were mentioning as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so it came with a lot of changes, to be honest, because for me, I do have siblings, but I've never seen them at their newborn stage. I think when they were born, I was busy. I was not really into that. Or let me just say, maybe my grandmothers were just too focused to that, because obviously I don't have a mother, so I didn't really see that stage of my mother taking care of my siblings. I would say I was at school or she was in Joburg and all those things. So I had to learn everything by myself. How to change nappy, I didn't know. I just know you put nappy and you close and you put a balm cream. I had to learn all those things.
Hey.
And with the balm cream, not everything worked for my baby. My baby have a sensitive skin. So I've tried like quite a 3 or 4 brand until I found the better one now. I think people will put it on the screen so you can see which one. So with the nappy change, we had to learn how it's been done, and also learn on how to bath the baby. They taught me in the hospital, but now I have to come and do it by myself. Obviously, after coming back from my in-laws, they taught me all those things, so we had to get used to it. And also going to a doctor's visit as well. You need to remember that, I'm going to see a doctor at 6 weeks, 10 to 14 weeks, 14 weeks to 16 weeks.
Oh yeah, the injections as well.
Yes, and seeing her being injected those baby vaccination, it was difficult, mummies. I was just looking aside, and she'll come back and and she'll cry, and I'll feel bad, feel like I can just take the pain from her, So, but it was a nice thing for me because we get to go out since we were always indoors. I think we stayed indoors for like 3 months. We didn't go out. We just always indoors, And so just going out, I was like, yes, we're going out and we get to bath. Okay, we're bathing, but sometimes, as a mother, you just don't have that time. You wake up, since we are up at 5 with the baby, you put it to bed, you have to do some of the stuff, it's like you forget about yourself. It's about the baby and the baby. And it's an interesting journey as well, So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's also good going out. So I'm going to speak about that in a few minutes. But the next thing as part of the experience was, before her, we used to be a couple, we used to date, go on dates, as we've mentioned on the other video. We used to do fun stuff as a couple, If you feel like right now it's 11 at night and we want to go clubbing, for example, we would go. So now with her, we had to adjust the time. So we can't go out as much as we want because she's still sensitive, the cold. If you feel cold, she feels it twice as much. So we have to think about those things, and we have to bring her back and make sure that she's sorted, she's going to cry, she's going to want a nappy change. So it was a big adjustment for us, having to pack her bag and also prepare ourselves. So the time that she takes to prepare now, if it was an hour before, now it's 2 hours. So it was a big adjustment for us. So everything that we do, if we want to go somewhere, if we want to go have fun, we have to think about her because she was still young to have people like babysitters. So we were looking after her mostly. I think you might have seen our vlog as well. So where she was there and now crying because she was tired, So it was a big adjustment for us, but at the same time, it was an experience. Yeah.
Yeah, no, having a baby does have positive or negative impact to your marriage. But I think you just need to play around it. With us, we've embraced that there is a mirror and there's no need for us to obviously take her to cold weather. We did sometimes took her out.
Yeah, no.
We went on date, but I think it was just once off. And it was cold, and at home they called us to order, and hey, order. But obviously it's no longer the same. The time it was me and baby, we know we'll go out, we'll go have drinks, we'll go for coffee and all those things. And also, obviously, as young couples, there's a lot of things you want to do. But now it's obviously controlled by the baby. We need to check what the baby's doing now, and then we can have a drinks.
Yeah.
Now we can
meeting friends, you know. Now you limit those things.
Yeah, Netflix and chill is also controlled by the baby now. When she's sleeping, we can do Netflix and chill. Oh, we do that around 8 a.m. because now the baby's awake. And we breastfeed and she went back to bed and now we can't sleep, you know. Then that's where we can do Netflix and chill.
Yeah, no, I think I said that on one of our videos. I think it was the vlog in Rosemary Hill. That she's going to wake you up and then when you are up, she's going to go back to sleep and you have to stay awake and you have work the next day. So again to the sleepless nights that I mentioned. But yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, maybe just to put this thing in order, maybe, or it's just to say motherhood has been amazing. I've learned a lot. I've learned not to compare myself with other mommies because the thing is how it is on social media, it's not the real thing, you know. Motherhood on social media, it's like Instagram. On Instagram, we all put perfect thing. No one is posting that the baby did number 2 and it went over her body, everything. You need to wash that. No one is posting that the baby is not sleeping. No one is posting that the baby is crying a lot today. You know, with Amira, she's a sweet baby, to be honest, you know.
Yeah, she laughs like daddy a lot.
Yeah, she only cries when she wants feed or she wants attention. But other than that, my baby enjoyed it.
And recently she had bird flu for 2 weeks or a week, yeah?
Yes, you know.
So no one tells you that, yeah?
Yeah, no one tells you that the baby will have flu, the baby will have runny tummy, the baby
rash as well.
Will have skin rash. You know, I remember for the first few weeks she had rash and you know, you will panic. Oh, what's happening with my baby? Apparently it's normal. So all those things are not posted on social media.
The first week, I think, it's not really common, but she couldn't hear on one ear. They did a lot of tests, she couldn't hear. Only one ear was working. So until later, I think 6 or 7 weeks, then she started picking up on this ear. So things like that worry you as a parent, you know. So, but yeah, on this one, I also wanted to say, as a couple, we used to do stuff, right? So now when she's here, sometimes as a guy as well, you do feel like you're being distanced or you're being pushed to their side. And probably the woman is not even aware of it, for example. So I know some men maybe might relate to this. So you feel like the attention is all on the baby. Not that you need attention yourself, but before the baby, you were a couple, right? So things like that, the intimacy and things like that, it starts to suffer because most of our focus is on the baby. We don't go out on dates as much. We don't do fun stuff as a couple, whether it's game night or, you know, seeing other people, friends, other couples. The focus is just on the baby. So the marriage itself and the relationship between us, because apart from marriage, we're friends, we love us, you know. That kind of takes a backseat and, you know, Amira is the center of it. So it takes a lot of learning and adjusting to get back to that level of saying, okay, we are parents now. We're going to look after this little one and raise her right. At the same time, we're not going to lose ourselves or our marriage because we also married to each other. So finding that balance, I think it's pretty critical. And I'm not saying we've figured it out, but we're slowly trying to get there and trying to rekindle our love as well. And also loving Amira equally because she's our princess, man. If you know what Amira means, it means princess. So yeah, so I think that's just something else that I wanted to raise as you were speaking.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And as mothers, we don't really notice that you guys are being distant sometimes because with us, we already bond with the baby while they're in our tummy.
Yeah.
So you guys, you are bonding, but it's obviously not the same with us. And now we have to take you along and for you to also bond similar, of which it can't be the same while it's still early, but you guys always find a way to get there. Yeah. So I think new parents need to understand that, and also my fathers as well, because that's where you find the men start cheating because they feel like they don't get attention. And they need to understand that at this point as a woman, I'm also apparently when the child is born, a mother is also born. So I'm also in a new journey that I do not know anything, especially from a first time mother. So I had to learn everything, and I don't even know how to behave myself. Everything is just new, you know. That's why, you know, sometimes you will lose it, sometimes you'll be happy, sometimes you just have a lot of mixed emotion, because it's a journey that you have never been, you know. So
makes sense. Yeah,
I think fathers also need to be with mothers, because we don't really wanna not give you guys attention, but this is the attention now. We all need to come together and focus on that
nature and look after the baby.
And look after the baby, you know. So yeah. Then also what I've also learned is that it is a phase. There is a phase. Sometimes it will be so difficult. Sometimes it will be so exciting. So you need to understand it's a phase and it will pass. And also you need to understand that you're not alone. I've joined a support group. I think a lot of black people don't really attend support group.
But pictures of that.
I think I do have.
Yeah.
So I saw this thing on Instagram. It was advertised by Karen, and then I joined the group. On that Wow Mommy, I saw this, and then I was like, you know what, I need this, because now Amira, I've enjoyed my motherhood to a point that people who already have kids always ask me questions, and I'll also put it on my WhatsApp about advices and what to do, you know. And people just take me, hey, what do I do? When the baby does things like this, what must I do? So I always ask my sisters-in-law or ask my auntie. So, you know, so I already have answers. So when people ask, I'll just give them. So, but at this point, I was like, you know what, I felt like it was now too much, because I said I don't want a helper. So I was like, it's fine, we're gonna be fine, baby, we are okay, you know. And my husband was like, let's get a helper. But I'm like, no, it's just a two bedroom, you know, and the baby, I mean, there's just not a lot of things to do. Just, we are a small family, I'm gonna be fine. Forgetting that it's a lot of work. A baby, it's already a lot of work. You need a helper. You need to have someone to help you, you know. So I got tired. it was now exhausting. And not that because the baby, you know, it's just the routine as well, and the staying indoors, seeing the walls, you know, it was just too much. So I saw the group, and then I joined the group. So when I attended the group, I realized that, you know what, I'm not alone. Everyone is going through the most. So it's not the scariest, but having a baby who cries, having a baby who's not sleeping, you know, adjusting, struggling to also bathe the baby, you know, struggling with changing a nappy, having a baby who sometimes poops all her clothes, you know. So every mothers go through this thing. Just that when you're at home, you feel like you're alone. I remember this lady texted me. She's like, you know what, my baby doesn't want a pacifier, doesn't want a bottle, doesn't want a bottle, you know. So you know, when you're alone, and the lady was frustrated like this. She even said things like the baby bores me, and I realized, you know what, she was going through a lot, you know. She was tired, and I said to her, try something else, try something different. So with me, I've learned that, you know what, if this bump cream doesn't work, I'm going to buy another one. If this nappy doesn't work, I'm going to change and buy another one, you know, until I find the correct one. That's about motherhood. With motherhood, you just keep on trying. You don't give up on your baby, you know, because she's your baby at the end of the day, you know. So try another product and see which is going to work for you. So I've realized I'm not alone. Everyone is going through the most, you know. On social media, like I said, we post night stuff. Then also motherhood taught me to celebrate our small wins, you know. When Amira sleep throughout the night, we wake up and celebrate with baby. And also, you know, hair turning maybe 6 weeks, I bought a blanket calendar. I don't know if it's called that, you know. What is it called, Vel? Is it a calendar blanket or milestone blanket? You know, and then that blanket, it showed that she's 1 week, 6 weeks, whatever. So whenever she turned that, we'll celebrate. 1 month, we'll buy something. 3 months, we get a cake.
Yeah, she overdoes those things, man.
I don't.
It's a lot, but anyway.
Even I'm not doing a lot, people buy big cakes. So buy cupcakes.
She has a cake, like there was half a cake. It was as big as this chair, this long. You know,
so celebrating those small wins, just keep, like, it keeps us going to say, you know what, we're getting there. We're getting into a better month, you know, because they'll tell you, oh, don't worry, if she's not sleeping at first month, second month she'll sleep better. Third month, and you are anticipating to get to that month. When you get there, it's like, okay, there are changes and all those things, you know.
Anyway, so another thing, Amira has an account, is mentioned on Instagram. It's Amira_Dlamini. So Amira_Dlamini, or if you go to my profiles, I've put the links on the video here. So please follow us, follow her. You can follow Amira as well. If you feel like it, you can follow me. Don't really mind. But them, please do follow them. And then another thing, I think the last thing for me would be around finances. So having a baby is a huge adjustment when it comes to your finances. I used to do whatever I want with my money. I decide if I want to buy, there's a lot of camera equipment that I buy, a lot of music equipment, keyboards, speakers, camera lenses, you know, lights and whatever. Everything that we're shooting with, I'd buy for myself and my money. You know, cars. I bought myself a Beamer. You know, I was like, I want it and I bought it. So, but now with the little one, luckily, since I started working, I've been saving money for her. I think it's always been between 600 to 800 or so every month. I think it's been happening for like 7 years now. So at least I have some money saved up for the baby that I never knew. So now she came this year and the money has been growing. So I'd advise people to start doing things like that. It's never too late to save. Anyway, on the money side, I was just saying that there's a lot of adjusting that you have to do because now the little one is here. You need nappies for the baby. She gets sick. Babies get sick a lot, so you need to take her to the hospital, and you always need to have things like petrol, basic things like petrol if there's an emergency, and you need money as well, especially if you don't have medical aid. So you need that money. There's clothes. Babies wear clothes and then the next thing they've grown and they go fast, man, in the first few months. So now this thing doesn't fit anymore, especially if you bought a smaller one or the exact size. Next thing now you have to buy another one. So Shem, she's been spending a lot on the baby. Then there's the celebrations like cakes and stuff like that. So financially, it's a huge adjustment depending on how you raise your baby. So, but yeah, so I've had to adjust. I've had to make sure that there's a budget for Amira now in my budget. So unfortunately, that's how it is. So I know a lot of couples fight when it comes to money. So you're not supporting the baby. We know baby mom and baby daddy's drama. So out there, you know it. So so yeah, it's the finances. I just wanted to say about the finances. Yeah. So I don't know if you wanna say something.
Also, interesting. I think what
so these people chow my money, both her and Amira. They chow a lot of my money.
What made life easier? What made life easier is that the baby was already having savings. You know, when you started working, you put money on the side, so the baby already had a lot of money.
Oh yeah, we bought the stroller with that and the car seat and whatever.
And you know, everything made life easy. So we just take from her savings and spend. You know, so also even if you have medical aid, the pediatrician now are very smart. They'll tell you we don't take medical aid. So we do have medical aid. So what you need to do, you go and pay the checkup, like 6 weeks checkup, and buy injections and all those things. Like like those checkup are like 1.6, and you need to come back and claim back to the medical aid, you know. So also you need to look out around those things. And injections, they're like 1,001. So if you are doing 3, there are months where you need to do 3 injections. So you like pay that lot of money. So, but I think it's worth it because it's for the baby, you know. So I think.
But that injection, they say it's the same as the one in public, right? So
apparently.
Yeah. So if you go to a good public,
you can get that.
Get the same injection for free.
So what I can say is just continue saving and save for your baby. So yeah, we've been chowing baby's money because apparently you marry a woman and then she come give birth and then with a little one and then they chow your baby, your money and all those things.
Yeah, so I'm gonna speak one thing about men and what men go through, you know, the pressure on men. But yeah, because these people do chow my money and it's like.
Are you complaining?
Yeah, no, I know, because Amira is outing, but yeah, no, I don't mind. It's my little one, so I think I'm also adjusting to spoiling her a bit more. And I mean, the mom is also took a back seat from her career to focus on raising the baby, you know, for the first 4 months, and then we'll go back to work. So I do appreciate such stuff. Hence, that's why I was like, boom, here's what you call push present. Then for that Sheen video you saw, yeah, so just to appreciate her, so things like that. So I'd appreciate, I'd advise the gents to do things like that, you know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the push present. I think that's also another interesting part about my motherhood journey. It's receiving push present. I've been receiving push presents. Started with my phone, and then a car, and then money. So yeah, I've got a lot of push presents.
If you look at my transactions, the most person I give money.
As she you should. You said to my dad, I'm going to
not even my debit orders match. But anyway.
You said to my dad, you're going to take care of me. So yeah, I think I enjoy that. So also guys, the other experience of motherhood. There is a postpartum depression, and there's also postpartum anxiety. So as interesting as it is, you guys have seen us post nice pictures on Instagram. I've enjoyed motherhood. I love being a mother. I love this chapter of my life. It's been different. I've learned a lot. I've changed. I used to think I'm strong, but now I'm stronger. I have this muscle that I thought I had that has been revived. You know, I'm taking care of someone. I'm raising a princess, and like I try by all means to dress Amira, though she looks like her father, that betrayal. But I try by all means to make sure she looks cute. She's been loved on social media, and I appreciate that. However, doing this with my husband only, without maybe a helper, it has strained me as well, you know. I had what we call postpartum anxiety. I was too busy. I focused more on being a mother, forgetting to eat, forgetting sometimes to sleep. My husband would say, sleep, the baby's sleeping. I'll take care of the baby, sleep, go out and do something. But I felt like I didn't have time, because I felt like there was a lot to do, and there was just nothing, you know. Instead of sleeping, I would opt to go and see what's happening on social media. I felt like it was working for me, you know. Little did I know it wasn't really working for me. It has affected how I used to eat. So my skin was paled. I think I got sick as well, and I would get tired, and I would just leashed, you know. And I was not talking, so I was just gonna wait for the day and I will attack, you know. So when I checked the symptoms of depression, I can't really say it was really depression, you know, because I was happy. I got support. My husband changed nappies guides. He stayed with the baby. He does everything that any woman can ask for. I know I've never seen someone who does what he does. He takes off the baby. He wakes up with the baby. He changed nappies number 1 and 2. He does everything, you know. He feeds Amira now that Amira started solid. Like he does 80. He does the similar thing that I'm doing. The only difference is that he's not having a box, but he's like, we are on 100% contribution. However, I don't know, I just got tired to some point, you know. So I was happy.
Well, she does more, I think. Like I said, I go to work, so she'll stay with the baby like 12 hours, you know.
Yes. So I think that's where I got that. So I went to see a doctor, and then the doctor was like, your skin is pale, you need to start eating, drink water. Because I was drinking tea for milk, you know. Drink a lot of water and all those things. Just relax and accept it is a journey. You are doing your best. No one is perfect. Yeah. So stop trying to be perfect, you know. So I will cry sometimes. I will take my frustration to him. And also the fact that I'm at home, I'm not working. Because I think staying on my maternity leave is not a vacation, guys. Don't listen to people. It's also stressing. The fact that I'm not working, it makes you a dumb. I felt like, to be honest, I'm a different person. If you went to school with me, you will know that TV was the smartest and all those things. But motherhood just changed me. I feel like I don't know anything now. I'm forgetful. It's just a lot. It's a lot of things. So I think joining support group has helped me, and also crying a lot. And also those anxiety caused fights a lot, you know. I will fight my husband saying, yeah, you know, I'll just fight him for nothing. And, you know, because I was so tired. And as a mother, it's very important to ask for help. take help. When people are offering to help you, take help. Sleep often. You know, go to gym if you can. Get a helper if you can. You know, all those things are gonna help you to adjust. You know, so it was another journey on that one, and I think nobody knew that I was actually going through postpartum anxiety. And I decided I'm gonna limit my time on social media. If you realize, I stopped posting a lot and deactivated my Facebook for a week, and I went back now. I think it's because of business, but I'm still gonna leave. You know, sometimes I just spend time on not post anything or not be on my phone, just to feel better, you know. And also joining the support group, we were attending every Tuesday, so going out more often. We'll get advices, going to the gym, you know. When people ask me for advices, I'll give them advice on how to deal with their postpartum depression while I'm helping myself in the process, you know. And I was also planning to go and see a therapist, but my doctor became one because she was just telling me what to do. And also my auntie as well, she would just tell me that obviously it is difficult to be in a first year of marriage and having a baby at the same time, because remember, you're still learning to be a wife and now you are a mother as well. So I had to adjust on that, and also all this encouragement really helped me a lot. So, and also unemployment as well is like, it's something else that I also had to deal with, because I wasn't working. I decided to take a break from work for like 6 months, if not 5 months. So also that has affected me a lot, that okay, I'm not working. I felt like I didn't do anything with my life, because I'm someone who used to work, who, you know, so now I'm sitting, I'm focusing on the baby. So anxiety will make you feel like you are not, you know, it make you not to appreciate where you are, not make you not to appreciate that you have a baby, you know, and you feel tired. So it was just a lot to deal with. But however, having a loving husband and supportive husband, I've conquered that. I'm the happiest mother, and I'm doing my best with Amira, and feel like I'm doing my best with our marriage as well, trying by all means to work out so we stay in love, we still having our, or everything that marriage couple do, you know. We are actually trying by all means to work towards that, but it wasn't easy. So yeah.
Yeah, with that said, guys, I hope you really enjoyed our postpartum video, and yeah, I hope you can relate to the experience, as she said, and to the gents, the new dads especially. So I guess we need to try to understand as well, and not go into defense mode when they're going through the stuff. Just need to support. So I know I'm guilty of it, so maybe you should do more of the support than defense mode and fighting, for example. As usual, subscribe, like, comment, share experience with us. It'll really help us a lot to learn of other people's experiences as well. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I just want to say, as mothers, if you've been through something, just post it on the comment. What was your experience, you know, with motherhood? Obviously, we didn't really say a lot of things because this video is long overdue, and now like those things have passed. We are now at our honeymoon stage with Amira. Since well, she started so late, we got advice from a pediatrician that we need to start so late. So it's interesting to blend, have vegetables, have fruits, you know, making soft porridge for her, you know, making her to drink a little bit of. Yes, to know mummies, please share your experience on the comment and tell us what you went through and how you survived. Or if you're still struggling, you can also comment, and we'll see if we can make a video on how you can also, I mean, adjust with the processes. And obviously, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah.
Bye-bye.